My beautiful people, things still dey wey we never still know about this justice for Mohbad. But the issue be say anyhow wey dem wan draw and go front, back and center, justice must be served. Make una hear this shocking revelation from this very lady. E choke.
Trust me, there is no smoke without fire. So, where am I going with this? If you look carefully from Friday last week all through the weekend, you can see that a particular name has popped up frequently. Now, we all know that Mohbad had written a petition claiming that his life was at risk, and he mentioned some names of people who have been bullying him or attacking him. And a particular name came up which just seemed out of place in all of this, because Naira Marley's name was there, Sam Larry's name was there, and then he also mentioned the Oba Elegushi. Now, it's understandable why Naira Marley and Sam Larry were on that petition, because Sam Larry works closely with Naira Marley, and Naira Marley was Mohbad's record label manager, his boss. So it's understandable that if Naira Marley has, issues with Mohbad, it is likely that Sam Larry, who also hangs around with Naira Marley, would, do the dirty for Naira Marley. So we have also seen a video where Mohbad was recording and Sam Larry came with some thugs to attack Mohbad. So that is clearly available on video as evidence. Okay, but the mention of Oba Elegushi is kind of interesting, because what is the connection? That was the question on most people's lips. What is the connection with a young boy like Mohbad and a royalty like Oba Elegushi? Anyway, so we started to do our research. We started asking questions. Now, if you all can remember, sometime early last year, I think the first mention of Oba Elegushi's name that came to my attention was sometime in May, I believe, of 2023. When was it May? No, I think it was sometime in 2022. The latter part of 2022, when Gistlover, I mean, we all know that Gistlover's account keeps getting cancelled all the time. So once it's cancelled, they open another one. Okay, so there was a time when Gistlover mentioned the fact that Oba Elegushi has got a 20-something-year-old girl pregnant, and the news is that the girl is likely carrying a son, a male child, and we all know that Oba Elegushi has just female daughters, so he's been desperate for a male child, and Gistlover blocked that. When I first read it, I really didn't know who Oba Elegushi was. I've never really heard of him. But then I know of his wife, but I'd never seen a picture of him per se. But I have seen his wife. She's a beautiful woman. And I follow her makeup artist, so I see pictures of her pop up in my feed whenever she's going for a function, whenever she's been made up beautifully. An absolutely exquisite woman, I must say. He's got good taste. Well, that's the one I know. I know he has other wives, but that's the one I know. And so when I read about that, I'm thinking, here we go again. This is Gistlover, I really didn't pay much attention. I read it because it was there. I read it. And then again, sometime in either March or early 2023, Gistlover, I think the previous account was closed down, and then when Gistlover opened another account, that information popped up again to say that, listen guys, I told you guys that Oba Elegushi has a young woman pregnant, and the woman is likely to bear a son. You guys didn't believe me. well, the young woman is about to give birth, or I wasn't sure if she actually announced that the young woman had given birth to the child, and she was specific when she said in her 20s. I'm not sure if she mentioned 24, but I know that she mentioned the fact that he has moved away from the more matured woman to a younger lady. So the coincidence of all of this is Wunmi apparently had told Baba Mohbad that she was struggling to get pregnant. Now that's strange to me, because why would a young woman as young as Wunmi be struggling to get pregnant? She wasn't even married to Mohbad at the time. Mohbad would have been 25 at the time. So what was Wunmi struggling to get pregnant for? Because at that point, marriage wasn't even on the cards for them. So was Wunmi, this is me now going into my writing mode now, was Wunmi already planning? Did Wunmi already have a game plan? Had she already met Oba Elegushi in her transactions and suddenly came up with an idea that, you know what, this guy doesn't have a male kid. What if? What if? So could that be part of Wunmi's plans? And that's why she started, looking for the fruit of the womb? That Baba even actually took her to the mountains or wherever to pray for her. So they had such cordial relationships that Baba even thought, in spite of her, behavior towards him sometimes, where he could see that she was clearly controlling Mo's finances and everything, Baba still had, in the goodness of his heart, took her, went with her to pray for her for the fruit of the womb. Right? And then she got pregnant. That search for the fruit of the womb clearly couldn't have been for Mohbad, because Wunmi didn't love Mohbad enough at that point in her life, because I don't think Mohbad was Wunmi's bus stop. No, it wasn't. Wunmi was contracted to date Mohbad by Naira Marley in order to keep tabs on him and to control him while he was within the label. Okay? Because Mohbad has been, wanting Wunmi for so long, for so many years. He's had a crush on her, and she never wanted him because he wasn't her spec. Okay, I mean, who can blame her? Everyone has their spec, but Mohbad definitely was never Wunmi's spec. So Wunmi being with Mohbad was temporary. She was on the move, and Mohbad definitely wasn't her bus stop. Okay, so my thinking is, when Wunmi had the opportunity to meet with Oba Elegushi, she went into plan mode to say, hey, this is an open window. This is an invitation to treat. What if I get pregnant? And what if I am able to give the Oba what he desperately needs, which is a male son? So what if that was Wunmi's plan, unbeknown to Mohbad? Okay? So when you look back at the fact that Gist Lover, that's why the internet never forgets, Gist Lover just doing her thing and blogging and putting out, information about celebrities and all whatnot, gave that information not knowing what the future would hold. And now we can trace this information back, because if that 24-year-old or if that 20-something-year-old woman, young woman that Gist Lover said was pregnant, then who could it have been? Can they produce another person? And what a coincidence that there was also an aura rights event in March, the same month that Wunmi had Liam. Go figure it out.